right now because, we got some people that are pretty sad, upset, and angry and bitter. And the reason why these people are bitter and upset because their businesses didn't do too well. Their businesses collapsed and imploded. Some of them were in it just basically to cause hatred and trouble, and others just basically just failed miserably at it and didn't do a good job at it at all. And because of this, their companies didn't go well. So, first things first, my name is Kenneth. My company is ILEG, Infusion Light Energy Gain Technology Screens. And again, as I told you before, um, these particular businesses did not do well because, again, one of them was just had no intention of doing anything at all, period, but just basically just trolling, which again got him in some trouble because again we had to file some documents against him because company's not real and he's trying to take money from people. The other one, well, his business collapsed from the door because he was doing a lot of things he shouldn't have been doing. Let me see if we can find that. I'm gonna pull it from here from the other side because then we got everything. We got all the files on that side, and we can just grab everything from there and be done. So let me get. Let me see what we got running here. Behind all our stuff here. Got to run here some other over here. Okay, it's connected to this. It's over here. Okay, no, this one over here. There we go. Now we got this list called the blacklist. The blacklist basically has individuals we call it ripping off and robbing consumers. We are on the wrong one. We're on this one. The mouse for this side. All right, so we're going to pop over to these places and show you why these people are upset, angry, and bitter. Because at first, when they started off, they tried to. Well, actually, one of them actually was giving away free screen paints for free. When he first started off, his name is Crow 1176. Mind you, he's gotten himself in a lot of trouble outside of YouTube for doing things that he just should not have been doing. And he's basically going through some stuff right now. So right now he's just lashing out. He's very upset and angry. But let's go over here real quick. We're going to go over to our Chris Widge page. Let me see. Black Series and Chris Widge page here. Now on our page, everybody knows about this. This is called the blacklist. We designed the blacklist because at first we had problems with these knockoff fake projectors, and that's what the blacklist was designed for. But later on in time, the blacklist started accumulating some interesting characters. And these are individuals that we caught doing some very bad stuff, as in ripping off customers left and right, just robbing from them. So as you can see, when you start off on the blacklist, it basically shows off knockoff projectors, because that's what we started with the blacklist. These are some of the more high-end projectors. And then you have this fellow right here. So in this video demonstration, you clearly see a product being mixed. This is supposed to be the Metallica Mix 2.0, which again, he tried to sell back to his customers after having a video showing that he was making the product for free. This video is called the Black and White Paint Challenge. Got microphones in here? Where are microphones? Let me see. Let's see. Black and White Paint Challenge. So, Black and White Paint Challenge under Crow 1176. Now, keep in mind, as we do this video, individuals feel that we're doing this for retaliation. There is no retaliation. The only thing at the end of the day, we're going to be taking these individuals to court. They're going to be sued. Some of them have very serious criminal charges filed against them, and some of them may have some immigration issues. Yeah, some very serious immigration issues, and they may be getting deported. So, again, as I said before, if you don't have your paperwork correct, this is your problem at the end of the day. You did all this crazy stuff. You want to go and scream people are racist. You want to pull the full Karen mode on people at the end of the day. We can show you this guy's been doing some scammy stuff for a long time. And like I said, if it was about race at the end of the day, first things first, I think I would have bought this up the first time we had a process server go to his front door and basically serve him. Race was never brought up. Deportation, none of that was never brought up. But because now it's a big topic, there we go. So basically, we do that because the internet, we have to get boosters in here. But anyway, as I said before, it was never brought up. And any of the conversation was never brought up. But now it's a very serious issue, and people are looking deeper into it. And like I said before, it was bought up by an attorney who said, hey, look, you might want, because with all the deporting going on, you may want to look and see if this guy has proper paperwork before you file anything, because, again, you're not going to get the money back from the court costs. And you don't get the money back from the court costs. If it was refundable, oh, heck, I'll just go out and file and be done with it and go from there, and I should be good to go. But it's not. So I don't get that money back. That's the reason why we have to dig into all of that. But, again, Mr. Fernando wants to make it all about race, because that's usually what Karens do when they do stuff. First things first, there's stuff, the acts that you're committing already, not just with us, but with other organizations, is going to get you deported from the door if you don't have paperwork, because a perjury on a LLC, especially something involved in the state of California, is definitely going to land you with some people on your front door. And like I said, you're not doing things by the book. You've been cutting corners for the longest time, and it's caught up to you. So here we are. We have Crow's warning scammer. This is a video that we have that basically, as I said before, he removed it off his channel, but this is when he gave out paints for free. Anything wrong with that? No, there's no problem with giving out paints for free. You can perfectly do that with no problem whatsoever. Now, see, gentlemen, you can come on my channel and you can rant, carry on, but I can show hardcore evidence of you guys committing crimes. So this paint right here is Metallica 2.0. It's a screen paint that requires 2 tablespoons of flat black paint. The part about this that makes this disturbing is he was trying to sell it after he knew this video was floating around of him actually trying to give the paint away for free. As I told you before, how he met Fernando. Fernando popped into our YouTube channel asking for our product's ingredients, and we told him no because we sell it. And this is where he started attacking us, saying at the end of the day that, hey, look, you guys are scamming people because you should be giving your paints away for free. Fernando, if you ever want to walk into a courtroom, we have this video right here showing you giving away products for free. And then all of a sudden selling them. Another problem that came up was when we tested this mix, and anyone can test it because you can make it yourself. Right here, clear, you can see him making the paint. It matches a lot of his paints. That's why we put it up as the black and white house paint challenge. And guess what? He's never did the demonstration. Of course he's never did the demonstration because it matches his products. So you can see right here, simple black and white paint. That's basically about it right there. So basically we go make the paint in the kitchen right there. That's us making the same ingredients right there. Now, we already had his paint because we have unboxing videos on products we purchased before we started doing the crying on the receipt bids. But, yeah, we had his product already there. We had the Metallica Mix 2.0, which we purchased. We have an unboxing on that one. A customer got that for us before we figured out who the customer was and cursed him out. We have the Cinemax Mix. We also, too, had over there UB Mix. And we had the personal mix. We had those. All right, so after mixing everything together nicely, we paint it down to the surface. It's a nice gray. It's the same color as Network Gray 773, but slightly a little darker. So as we get it to dry, I go back to my drawer and pick up the gray paint. And we use in the demonstration in here, we used a Chrissy 1080p projector at 4300 lumens. And it did exactly what we thought. It matched his paint, of course, because this is ingredients. He showed you how to make it. How could we go wrong? It's 2 tablespoons of black paint into white paint. Simple. His product right here. But how much of this is going to match paint that I paid for? So did I get bamboozled? Did I get ripped off? Of course I got bamboozled. Because right here, I'm going to go back here a little bit farther. Right there. As you can see, the sample sheet I have in my hand is actually the personal mix right here. And the personal mix we have here, we put that side by side to the free mix that we made right here using his tutorial video. As I said, Mr. Fernando, if you're in the room, just to let you know, we made this using your tutorial video. So we didn't have to make this off the top of our head. We used your tutorial video to make this. So finding that out, his product matched perfectly. So right here in the video, you'll see that is the product we paid for, which is the personal mix. And this right here is the Metallica Mix 2.0, which matched perfectly to his product with no problem whatsoever, which clearly shows that you were basically ripping off your customer base by selling them nothing more than a black and white mixture that you used to give away for free. Now, as I said on camera many times, that if you say things out of your mouth that are not true, this can get you in a lot of trouble. And as you can see, we can back up everything we're saying, because clearly we can see that this is a mixture that we made from his YouTube video, his channel with him in the video. And as you can see, when we put the product that we paid for versus the product that we got for free, there's no difference at all whatsoever, as you can see. And we did this test against several other screen paints that we purchased from him. Every single one of them matched. So there was no difference in your product whatsoever. Look, even the contrast level fails on the paint you made. That tannish gray look we get, which the apple barrel does the exact same thing. Same thing here. Shocking, isn't it? Well, it's not shocking because we're used to this guy doing this kind of stuff to begin with. So how is it that the product that I made for free, here, I made for free, your video tutorial showing you how to make it, match the product I paid for? So let's do a little experimenting tomorrow. We're going to make that free mixture. I'm going to put it against that apple barrel paint we have over here. Let's see how close that stuff matches. Because again, we know how to make all his products. You know how we know how to make them? We watched the tutorial video. We know how to make all his screen paints. Because again, it's the same thing. It's a black and white mixture. That's all it is. Nothing more, nothing less. See, the star field wouldn't pull up. So we have a list on how to make all your products because we used your tutorial video how to do it. So this is called the black and white paint challenge. It's never been matched. Jaime has never gone and done this demonstration. Simple and plain. He goes onto a live stream. He makes the exact same paint that he made in that video and puts it against his product. He's never done it. And that challenge was put out at the bottom of the page, time stamped. Let me see. 4 years ago. 4 years ago, he was given that option to do that. Mind you, Mr. Fernando, in a courtroom, you don't have a way out of the situation because it will be brought up in the courtroom and you will paint that screen in. And he may have to pay restitution back to the individuals he ripped off. So he may be receiving something after we get done with him in court. As if we can get him in a courtroom. Otherwise, if we find something else, well, then he's going someplace else. All right, let's go over here and let's go dig up some more, Mr. Fernando. So, black and white paint challenge is right on Google, right here. It's everywhere. You could find it everywhere. So this video right here, he tried to get rid of it, but basically it shows that his product was matching a house paint. It is a house paint, and that's how he was making it from day one. All right, let's go over here. Back to the blacklist. We have it right there for everyone to see. This right here is Network Gray 773. Now, interesting thing about this is I was thinking, what would happen if someone were to take an everyday gray paint, put a little Christmas glitter in it, and try to claim it's an actual professional high screen paint? What are the odds of it matching? Now, we did this demonstration. We're the ones who started the Network Gray 773 challenge. And we kept asking him over and over again to do this. He kept fighting us, telling us no, no, no. But you know who got him to do it? His customers did. His customers got him to do it because they were drilling him every day, harder than we were. And it's like, look, your stuff, if it's not what he says it is, go out and do the demonstration. Now, what happens is when you're drilling someone to do these tests, and they refuse to do these tests at all, what happens is that customers will do the test. Because if I'm buying a product and I'm asking this guy, look, hey man, you need to do this test. This person's asking over and over again, and you do nothing at all, then what's going to happen is the customers are going to take it upon their own selves to do the test themselves. And guess what? A lot of customers were coming back saying that the paint was matching house paint. And once they start testing that, the next stage is they're going to test other paints to see how close they match. And this is why he started having problems in this business. Right around this time, when he did the test himself, this is where his sales dropped dramatically. Because again, as I said before, if you don't do the test, customers will do the test for you. So let's go over here and check out the video here. As you can see, pop in the top. And mind you, didn't even have to buy your product. Oh, I can get a fish tank playing in the background somewhere. Didn't have to buy your product. I saw that. All right, full screen mode. Let's see what you're doing here. Nope, we're good here. Come here for a minute. We gotta. There we go. Get rid of that. Oh, I heard something in the background. Like, why don't we get window tabs open? All right, let's go back to this right here. All right, there we go. So, as I said before, I didn't even have your paint over there. I can tell by looking at his product that this stuff would match house paint. So we pop the top, and the first thing I said, it's not going to go well. Not going to go well. This is not going to go well. Look at that right there. That's not good. I can tell from looking at that. That's not good at all. So the Network Gray 773 has a very interesting tone. It's a perfect tone. It picks up contrast and color to any gray screen we tested against. That thing is very dangerous. It has a 235.1 sample sheet, which anything in that sample sheet can test anything from a dark gray paint all the way down to a light gray paint. It can test everything. So that little thing right there can literally replace a gray screen on every level. Now remember, Mr. Fernando, I did this test before you. Oh. That's nothing in it. No black, no glitter, nothing. That is not a good sign. That is actually a perfect color right there. All right. And Dan, you could take something from this. We have your videos too. So all the videos you got rid of, we have copies of everything. Showing that English muffin, gritty look to the surface, all that, the extra skin or whatever that stuff was, the little black spots, we got it all. All your stuff, everything. Even me contacting you multiple times, asking you about the gain range, which you never replied back. Fake court documents you sent to us, we got everything. But, you know, rise and fall. Well, it was no rise for any of you. Jaime he could have had a career in screen paints. He got dirty. That's why. Because when he started off, he was giving paints away for free. And I think what he was doing was he was stealing people's ingredients. Because he came to us asking us what was in our stuff, and we told him no. You wish you would have listened, wouldn't you? Yeah. So let's go over here. We got the screen dried up real nice over here. Now, screen sitting behind it is our black technology. Mr. Fernando, that's why I said I hope you have documents. And the reason why is because we're planning to drag you in and out of a courtroom so many times you're going to wish you weren't alive. Because keep in mind, we have massive and multiple lawsuits. There's lawsuits for doxing. There's for cyber stalking. There's just so many terroristic threats. There's just lots of them. The copyright is just the tip of the iceberg. So once we prosecute you for one thing, you'll be coming back for something else. There's just so much stuff we have on you. So again, yeah, I hope you are a citizen, because I got so much I want to talk to you about. So you can see right here, screen's working perfectly fine with no problem whatsoever. So how we have up here, we have 3 of your screen paint products. We noticed in your demonstration you did, on your account, you only did 1. What happened to the other 2? Because right here we have the Metallica Mix 2.0, which a customer purchased for us. Yeah. Over here we have the Personal Mix, which we purchased from you. And we have a Cinemax right there. What happened to the other 2? Because you only did 1. See, I think what happened was he did the test off camera. And doing the test off camera, found out they matched, and then turned around and refused to do those demonstrations. So, curious, for you people who support this nonsense, where's your product at now? You don't have it. You can't sell this mess. It won't work in any way whatsoever. You're stuck. You don't have anything. You put your faith in that. You don't have nothing. You put your faith in a person who cannot back his products up. Pretty bad, ain't it? Yeah, it's really bad. All right, let's move on. Look at that. It matched perfectly. All 3 paints match a $23 a gallon. How much did y'all pay for your product? This is the reason why we don't see any of its customers on our forum sites or nothing, because they're embarrassed. Because if we catch you on there, the first thing we want to say is, oh, you've got that crow paint at the end of the day. So let me enlighten you. You paid how much for that? Because that's $23 a gallon. And it did the exact same thing your product just did. As a matter of fact, in the demonstration, it matched, all three paints matched each other. And they also, too, did a fantastic job in the color pattern. They matched also. Hey, Mr. Fernando, you willing to walk into a courtroom with this one? We'll take that network grade 773. We'll put it against the free product you made for free. We'll put it against that. You willing to walk that into a courtroom? I don't think you are willing to walk in a courtroom. I don't think so. So as you can see, paint's a complete fail. Remember the customer who opened up the curtain, the screen washed out? He got that same discoloration right there. How you get around that one? What about the guy who did the Batman on top of the roof deck? Screen washed out. Those cinema bars didn't come up in black. They came up in gray, just like this. What about the church? You sat there and lied and told him that the screen looked fantastic, even though that side was in the dark, and you said it would get better once we calibrate. All right, now let's come over here. See these products right here? This is where we made his screen paints for free. All we had to do was do the exact same mixture, the free black and white mix paint, and that's it. So we were able to get the UV mix. The Frankenstein mix is easy because the UV mix is actually basically only 6 tablespoons of white paint and a reversal. They start off with black, 6 tablespoons, UV mix. Frankenstein, it's short, it's 5. We made all your products right there with 1 ingredient. And mind you, I have unboxing on all these products. Proof and receipts on every single one of them. So why is it that the black and white mixture is matching all these paints? Got that one from a customer. You sent that one with a hole in it to the customer. It was leaking paint all over the place. But that is that's your paint right there, right? It matched. The customer sent it to us. Brand new. And it matched. So what happened? There we go. So right here on these sample sheets, these larger sample sheets, what we have here is we have each one of his screen paints. Each one of his screen paints right next to a screen that we painted in. Every single one of these matched the paints that we made for free. So here's the thing. I can make your products easy. I can make all your products with no problem. There's no testing underneath this stuff. All we had to do was hit it with a high-end projector, low-end projector, whatever projector, and it picked up. This product did the exact same thing as everyday house paint would function. This is the Metallica Mix 2.0. Metallica Mix 2.0 right here. Perfect match. And this right here is the UV mix. UV mix? UV mix right there. See, look, UV mix right there, right in front of you. Metallica Mix 2.0 right there, right in front of you. See, right there. And personal mix. All of them were made from that white and black paint. White and black paint. Nothing special, just everyday white and black paint. So what Jamie's been doing was Jamie's been going in and getting high-power projectors, darker environments, to try to fool you, to make you think that you're getting something when you're not. These are pictures from the actual demonstration of the Network Gray 773 versus his product, where he claims in the video that the product came up with a yellowish tone. $80 to $89 side by side. Mind, this is just on the blacklist. This is on a lot of open sites have this on their site right now, talking about this, about how he scammed all these people. $80 to $89 versus a $23 gallon of paint. And this is literally how close he matched his paint. That's right from his apartment right there. He claimed there was a contrast level issue. There was no contrast level issue at all whatsoever. This is the unboxing of one of the products. Here we are. We have The demonstration is this video right here showing Crow's personal mix, bare silver screen, because we told him that your product matches bare silver screen. So this is him walking out of a Home Depot. Fraud charges can be prosecuted up to 7 years. So we're getting ready to build. We're building a case on Mr. Fernando. We have evidence inside. This is your apartment, right? This is exactly your apartment. Evidence of all of this. She's going to have to answer for all this in court. That's why I said it's not going to go well for you, Jack. Look at that. That's you painting the screen down, right? That's you. This is how close it matched. Mind you, we're in the dark, right? So we turned all the lights out, of course. This is the worst part of it all. This is the contrast levels he was matching on everyday bare silver screen, which was a product that a sample of that would be about $7. But again, it'd be much cheaper than his product. And he claimed in the video, as he lied to his customers and told them that the paint was completely different. Now, that doesn't look a completely different paint to me. On survey sites that we have this product on, everybody says the same thing in the survey sites, that they don't see a difference. But this guy continued to go on camera and lie. And again, this downward spiral of getting caught doing things he shouldn't have been doing was causing his company to implode. Meanwhile, he was committing crimes against our company, which we were documenting and logging everything he was doing to get him ready for court, which we have now coming up pretty soon. But it all depends. It comes down whether or not he has papers or not. All right. Let's go show me the more awful stuff that was matching. Look at that right there. Awful. See, here's the thing, Mr. Fernando. It's against the law to ask for your documents. But because we have court cases being filed against you, we can get that information. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. Because we need to find out whether or not you are, so we can serve you for court. So we can get that information. It's not a problem. It's not hard for us to get it. Or they're going to have to find out. If we can't get the information for us, they're going to have to find out. Because I'm not digging around for anything. I'm not doing that crap in the day. I'm not having anybody else dig around. We're not doing that. We go to the proper channels and do it correctly. We go to whatever we have to go to, immigration, where we have to go through, and we have to contact them and say, hey, look, we got a person at the end of the day of interest. We need to know whether or not if they have paperwork due to the fact that we have to file criminal charges against them. We have to show a docket number. We have to show proof that we've had problems with you, which means we had a process server come to your front door for a copyright infringement, and those are government issues right there. So with that being said, they're going to begin the search. Now, again, you can take it any way you want. It has to be done. Next time you feel the need to go out and do really dumb stuff at the end of the day, remember that there are consequences for everything. This is a so-called Frankenstein paint that he begged us on a container. Oh, by the way, this, again, trademark infringement. Oh, my goodness. I'm going to tell you something, buddy. If you don't have paperwork, you have hit a lot of government agencies at the end of the day with a lot of bad stuff. And these are the last people you want to basically have contact with right now. So this is a trademark. Yeah, he made money off of them. And on top of that, on this container we have here, basically wrote my name, his name on it, and dated it. And it says Frankenstein. It also covered with his labels and all that stuff. And on that, we have basically transaction receipts and everything on it, showing that we purchased this directly from your website. You know what's crazy about this, Fernando? Your address is splattered everywhere. It's just on that LLC, that's why. It's not hard for them to find you. Not ambient light rejection, Kenny. I told you he begged us on a paint. You know, you want to compare yourself and say you're ambient light rejection, you're just as good as ambient light rejection, save hundreds of dollars. But when it comes down to it, he's begging and crying to us. I'm not ambient light rejection. Don't put me in a room with a well-lit environment because my paint won't work. But you challenge the company that does work with that kind of stuff. So what lane are we going to pick at the end of the day? Because that sounds a little bipolar to me. Talk a lot of trash on camera, get faced with the real thing, and you cry. Usually we're used to that.
Color that we actually ordered.
All right. Oh, by the way, keep in mind 2 cases of post office mail fraud, all government agencies. Here stating that the product, he said at one point changed the video and said it was not ambient light rejection, have them at 143 saying it is. Plenty of people come and check that one out. Deleted video, deleted video, deleted video, deleted video, deleted video, deleted video. Gone. All these videos are gone. Office account. This is the Network Gray 773. That is Mr. Fernando.
They want to know what this product is, and they want to know who basically scamming who, and they want to know why that product.
He went in and did the demonstration, the same demonstration that we did. He did the exact same demonstration also. But the problem, Mr. Fernando, is we told him that the product was going to match. He did the demonstration, he showed a container, it was sealed, he showed receipts, everything. We're getting you on fraud for that one. That's where he may have to pay restitution. He's going to have to prove that he's not going to be able to prove it. Just forget it. He's not. He's going to have to pay.
There's no way that paint should ever match at all. We're talking about a $23 can of paint versus a product that's going to cost the customers $80 to $89. Now, if you did that on a match with a certified, that would be fantastic because it just shows that this product is worth quite a bit because he was able to be a certified screen. This is actually house paint. Now, again, that's why I tell people you got to be careful. People use high-end projectors because high-end projectors actually produce a screen. They show higher contrast.
Now, what did I say on camera? I said that you can't make accusations unless you can back it up. If you can't back it up, you run the risk of getting sued.
So we need to know because we're not going to pay his voice back, but I want you to see that he did brand a receipt.
There's a receipt. Lied on receipt too. Say claim he paid more money for it. He didn't. Paid $29.99, and he got a $1.50 discount on the product. But he tried to come in lie and said he paid more money for it. Busted you on that one too. There you go. Yeah. So you see he's bearing his receipts.
Now the problem we have here as he starts picking out a product, he starts picking the product out. Right there, that's the color that will gray. Okay. They're playing against the screen. Now, this is where we start having some issues here. Right up in here. And we noticed, several people noticing the forum sites on how the screen kept getting brighter and brighter. Like down here, if you look at the bottom, there are no lights at the bottom of the screen.
Now, also here in the other video that he did, there were two of these. And the other video, he says he's in the dark. And he claims that his product picks up this his paint picks up a heavy contrast level. That's what he's trying to rob his customers and try to convince them it does. He says, well, I use this with the P2 even though it has a 2:1 contrast. No, because it doesn't pick up a darker level than his product. But as you can see, this is a P2 projector he's using, and he's not picking up a heavy contrast level at all, period. His paint does not pick up 100% contrast. It doesn't. Jaime, you want to walk that into court? I'll send you. I know that's your address. I'll send you a certified document tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow is Saturday. Monday morning, I'll have a certified document sent to you for court. I'll send one out to you. I got you. I'll send one out to you. Because you've been talking a lot of trash, so I'm going to send you out a document. That $500,000, I'm sending it out to you. Certified letters coming right to your front door. Since you're going to talk all this nonsense, I'm sending it out to you. So let's see what happens. His heart had to crack right about here because he matched. And this was the most excruciating. He tried everything to get off camera. He tried. He knocked over the camera. He kept doing his hand in front of the screen like this way. It was just excruciating watching him just get cooked. He was getting cooked on camera.
Scammed customers out of a lot of money because at the end of the day, $23
Caught up to you, didn't it? Yes, it did. What's worse is he's using a tri-laser 4K projector with a 2,000,000 to 1 contrast, and it washed out horribly on his paint. It looks exactly the same way. And the box itself was also matching at the bottom. Look at the white levels. You try to say the paint had a yellowish tone. Well, that'd be impossible, and I'll tell you why. Number one, the paint's lighter than your product. It's slightly a little lighter than your product. So it would pick up the higher white level. And as you can see, the environment got darker because he tried to beat the paint by darkening the environment. But if you saw in our demonstrations, we darkened the environment too, and we saw no difference.
Where's the difference?
There's no difference.
I gotta get ready. I gotta paint this wallpaper screen for a customer.
Absolutely horrible. Match the product.
Right here, blocking it.
And he just keeps blocking the screen every time he sits down slowly. What's the point of blocking? What's the point of putting your hand in front of the camera? We all saw it. Everybody saw it. This is him right now adjusting the eco mode. Adjusting the eco mode in a dark environment won't help your screen. Eco mode shows advancement when you have it in a fully lit environment and you're cutting the lens power by half. That's when it shows, not when you're in the dark. For those you want to know, when I said eco mode, right there he has adjusted in eco mode to say, look, I got it in eco mode. Mine's running in eco mode. No. If you're running in eco mode and you have a screen laying against your screen, that's also running in eco mode. Unless for some magic reason the projector's hitting your screen only and not the other screen. They're both hitting eco mode.
Comes back up again,
Blocks the screen again.
You gotta come back this way.
So as we go back over here, as you can see, he's getting there, winding down to the video. You can see the panic in his eyes. He's knocked the camera over multiple times. He ran his hand across the camera. He changed topics. He talked about something about painting 7 apartment units or something like that in so many hours. Some crazy stuff, but yeah. Now, as you notice, the box is also matching too. So the box also picked up on his screen also. He didn't realize that, did he? Yeah, the box matched. Now, where's this video at? It's gone. He got rid of it. Actually, we caught him deleting the video. All right, we got that one right there. Now, let's go over. This is another one talking about the whole thing about his product versus a white projection screen. Also, videos also missing. These are him committing fraud. Oh, that's Wake committing fraud. Over here, more demonstrations, getting caught, getting busted by PayPal. He's never won a PayPal claim against us because this guy's a ripoff artist. These are cancel receipts we've got from Fernando. Basically, as I told you before, sent us an email telling us to buy whatever we wanted. No need to go through the nonsense and the craziness. He can't honor anything. He just can't because his products don't work. So there's the email right there. And it's basic. We can print it out anytime. It's posted anyway. But here's the email right here telling us to buy whatever we want. He can send us a link. We want to purchase whatever we wanted. And every single dime was sent back to our account because his products don't work. He even cursed us out on some of these receipts. And mind, these receipts are posted on forum sites. So people can see the kind of attitude he has, how nasty he is toward people at the end of the day. And again, as I said before, very unprofessional, just cursing me out, carrying on. And keep in mind, this is a Frankenstein product. As you claimed, you used their product, made money off their name, and we have a receipt, even dated, showing that not only were you ripping off the trademark for Frankenstein, but you put your face on the receipt. All right, you can't get any more incriminating than that. Talk about self-snitching 101. Money returned back to account to a guy who says his product is the best of the best. We got every dime transferred back to the account. Every single dime. I can go to my eBay listing and I can show you where you return money on eBay too. lost so many claims against PayPal. It's not even funny how many claims he's lost. I got to go through PayPal's records, see if we can find all the claims he's lost and stack them. Because, man, he has a lot. Look at this. Money returned back to the account. We can't keep the money. Put that money right back. As fast as it went in, as fast as it came back to us. See, y'all guys write letters and stuff and all this nonsense. We got you here. Identity theft. Yeah, he basically made a fake Instagram account and went in and basically put my name up there and tried to use my identity. So, Mr. Fernando, you can see why we hope you're a United States citizen. I've got so much planned for you, man. I hope you are. Because when I get done with you, you are never, ever going to... You're not even going to know what freedom is anymore. It's gone. Just forget it. Don't even think about it. It's gone. Let's see what we got here. More demonstrations. This is the videos accused of hiding. Trying to hide stuff off his account. Videos that he caught deleting. More criminal evidence against him. This is a paint he was selling on his website. The Metallica 2.0, he shows you how to make it here for free. This is a product he was selling on his website. This is when his website was around before he got rid of his website. He got rid of his website due to the fact that he was having problems because he was doing things he shouldn't have been doing. He was abusing his website, like posting pornography, which will show the judge, like cursing us out and carrying on and basically posting our copyrighted materials without our permission. We had that live videos of all of that. So Fernando, you consider the fact what will be better for you, because you don't look like a person who's going to be able to be free. This is going to go horrible for you. Look at this right here. This is the lie that he told customers on his site, on your mixes. It says right here, and this is why we question his writing abilities. Just certain things are just questionable. There's no way in the world that he could have graduated from high school. Not here in the States, he couldn't have at all, period. No one can pass him. They wouldn't be able to pass him because of this right here. And this is what picked up the red flag when I first started thinking about saying, did he graduate here in the United States? Because look what it says. This mix is my favorite. There's no way in the world, no teacher on the face of the planet would pass you on this. Nobody would pass you on this. You couldn't even pass a GED on this. So again, question, where'd you go to school at? That's what's bringing up the questions. Because of the writing on your website. Oh, you thought this was gone. You deleted all. No, we have copies of every single page on your website. Everything, Fernando, was documented. Everything. Everything you thought you got rid of, we have. It's all documented. So, this is my favorite. Capital in the middle sentences. One of my mixes, it gives you well-balanced picture. It gives you well-balanced picture. That doesn't even sound right. This is my favorite one of all my mixes. It gives you well-balanced picture. From your ultra short though projector. Works best with 2200 lumens and up. Again, capitals in the middle of sentences right here and up. Test it with 1080p and 4K. No space where the 4K is at. Great with some light environments. So basically, this is how you're writing. You're writing if someone's trying to write if they're stuttering. I got a ton of foreign friends. A lot of them. A lot of them. And I've seen this before. A lot. Now, they're going to school to advance their writing. They always ask me questions like, because again, the English language is kind of difficult because it can mean more than one thing. I don't know why. For me, it doesn't feel like it's, well, again, because I speak it. But for other people, I have friends of mine that are foreigners, they find it difficult because, again, one word can mean so many things. Now, when I try to study their language, to me, it's bonkers. It's like, what the freak is all this at the end of the day? The alphabet and vowel system of I tried to speak learn Korean, and the vowel system for that, oh my goodness, yeah, it is crazy. I'm like, how in the world do you know this? Because of course it's their native tongue, and they look at me like, how the freak do you understand that this means this and that can mean this? If I say that, that's the, I say, yeah, but it just, yeah, see how the language barrier is? There's a language barrier. He has a language barrier. That's what they picked up, his language barrier. You get a language barrier. If you're born here, you don't have a language barrier. You don't. Unless you came here and you didn't go to school at all, period. That's what picked up. And it didn't pick up the first one. But letters and emails I got from him, messages, stuff like that, same thing. It's a language barrier. So, right here it says 4K, great with some light environments. 1 quart, spelled quart, K-R-T. It's not spelled that way at all, period. Covers up to 100 to 35 inch screen, 100 to 135. This mix is my favorite. Using, now he repeated that twice. This mix is my favorite. Now keep in mind, everybody doesn't have good grammar. We don't all have good grammar. I don't have good grammar at the end of the day. But you can tell from the door that basically there's no way in the world, and you're going to have some bad grammar, but not enough where it's going to basically look like this, where you're going to basically not be able to graduate from high school. Because everybody's going to graduate from high school with perfect at the end of the day, but it's not going to be this. This is pretty bad. Favorite, using it with ultra short throw projector. It is amazing. See what I mean? That's first of all, who set a credit card through this? This is my favorite one of my mixes. It gives you a well-balanced picture from your ultra short throw projector. It works best with 2200 lumens and up. Test it with 1080p projector and 4K. Great with some light environments. 1 quart covers up to 100 to 135. This mix is my favorite. Using it with ultra short throw projector. Using it with ultra short throw projector. It is amazing. There you go. Yep. All right, leave it at that. Now, are we busting on him because his writing's bad? No, not at all, period. But you can tell by the writing as a language barrier. Definitely a language barrier. You can tell by the writing it's a language barrier. That we can tell. So, Jamie, ahead of time, we have to tell you because you are a child. We have to explain things to you, and this is what we're going to do to you. No one's teasing you about your writing being bad, but what we can tell is you have a language barrier. I can tell in your YouTube videos when you talk, they use certain select words when you speak. These are words that are more easier for you to pronounce or say to give you, people can understand the meaning of what you're trying to say. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger. If you notice, he doesn't say a lot of full roles. He says little punchlines because he really can't say full roles because, again, the communication barrier. There's a communication barrier there. So, again, so you don't take it offensively because you do. You're a Karen at the end of the day. No one's teasing you because you have a language barrier. It's just that we can tell from the language barrier that there's a good possibility that maybe you don't have papers. And for you to say at the end of the day, well, no, it's not racist. It's racist if I'm doing this for no reason whatsoever. Then that would make it racist. If I'm deliberately trying to figure out if you have papers here or not to try to get you deported, that would be racist. It's not that. What it is I got to take you to court because I can show proof to everybody on YouTube that my documents for my copyrights are real. And I can show proof that you clearly violated these copyrights. And what do people do when you violate copyrights? They get lawyers. The reconnection, there we go. So they get lawyers. That's what they do. When you touch a copyright, people lawyer up, they take it to court, they sue you. Some people are nice enough to send you a cease and desist order, which you was sent out. And you ignored it. You kept on going. So the next stage after that is to take it to court and file lawsuits against you, right? That's how the real world actually works. I know you play a lot of video games. Maybe you're stuck in one of them, but this is how it works in the real world. So, because of all this stuff that's going on with immigration back and forth and everything, this never came up. We never really thought about it until I found out that I'm not getting my money back if you don't have proper paperwork, because they're going to be looking at everything with a fine-tooth comb, and that becomes an issue for us. Now, if they weren't looking for everything under a fine-tooth comb, which would be fantastic, and we could take you to court and sue you for touching the copyrights and possibly get you a little jail time for what you did, that's fantastic for me. But on the other hand, because of what they're going through and why they're trying to find people that are doing things they shouldn't be doing, and they're trying to track people down, this makes it difficult for you. It makes it difficult for us because we need to get you in court and prosecute you for what you have done. And again, like I said, I don't get those fees back. So for some reason in your brain, you got it mixed up. And I said this before because we didn't want you to go off on the deep end, which you like to do all the time. If this was Mr. Fernando, a thing about race at the end of the day, and as I told you before, I have Mexican friends, I have people I do business with are Mexican, I have a good friend of mine, he's Mexican. At the end of the day, it has nothing to do with race. It has the fact that you are a criminal and you broke the law multiple times against my business and against my family members, and they're filing these lawsuits and criminal charges against you. Now, in order to do this in the real world, in our world, we have to pay fees, court fees, to get you in court. But if you're not documented, we don't get that money back. We lose money in this. So again, we have to make sure you are basically a United States citizen so we can proceed the next stages of bringing you in court and prosecuting you. Nothing to do with race. So I got Mexican friends that understand this crystal clear. You don't understand this because you like to make everything about blow it out of proportion and go full Karen mode. That's what you do. Now, if this was about race, Mr. Fernando, I know people in immigration. I know a lot of people. I can make one phone call if this was about race and I can have something at your front door real fast. But it ain't about that. As I said before, I don't care. Even if me and you never went this far, we had no court problems whatsoever. Just basically just us having little discussions back and forth. Nothing big, nothing we can take to court, stuff like that. I still wouldn't call them because it's none of their business at the end of the day. You have a right to be here just like everybody else has a right to be here. And I believe that 100%. So the only reason why we are going down this road because you broke some laws, and we have to find out whether or not you're documented or not, because again, it costs me a lot of money to file for these court fees. They're not cheap. Get boosters. We're working on getting boosters. I got one coming in, a really good one. Because I know we need boosters, and I'll tell you why. Because the signal gets weak and it breaks up. And for some reason, the PCs don't have that issue. They run perfectly fine. But for some reason, the cell phone and the Fire Stick and the game systems have issues. I don't know why, but they just do. So bottom line is, if I walk out the door and I go toward the kitchen area, the cell phone will lock. It will come on, but in here it doesn't pick up. So yeah, these are concrete walls, and I have to get boosters in there. So I do apologize for any disconnection that's happened in the videos. It's because we have to get a booster in here. All right, so as I said before, to try to get him to understand, so you can be crystal clear on this. It's nothing to do with race. My Mexican friends, people I'm chill with in the day, see it's not about race. They seen the dumb stuff that you've done, and yes, you're going to be prosecuted for that. Now let's move it on. So what I'm seeing here, this is why we're saying that he may not have them, because again, there's a language barrier here. There is. A huge one. This is off his website, so we documented everything. His sites have all been documented, everything. This is where he was stealing images off of Google, placing them on his website to fool people to think that they were actually going to get that image, and they weren't. There's just tons and tons of problems. Mr. Fernando, you do know, and you are quite aware of that, if you get the chance to go, if you are whatever, we don't care, but we need to know, all right? If you're trying to come back, this is going to make it really, really difficult for it to come back. It is. There's a lot of stuff here, man. And it's a lot. This is part A right here. Part A, we're going to finish yours tomorrow, because I ain't got time to put yours in here. But this is part A on the range gain nonsense, contacting the site, paints made out of water, cancellations, all kinds of stuff on him. It's unbelievable. Yeah, that's all partake. 505 error, website missing, all that stuff. Yeah, this is all about him right there. All right. And also too right here, Mr. Fernando, this is your apartment address posted on our website. You know why that's there? You know where that came from? That's from your LLC. All that's a document from your LLC, which I can put that there. You know why? Because it's called public domain. That's why I can put that there. Anyone, and you sit there and say, oh, he's doxing my address. No, no one's doxing your address, Mr. Fernando. You have that right there for everyone to see. Now, this right here is his information for his company. He put down his company address as a for his his address for his apartment. He put it down as the company address and mailing address. So we have it right down. It's mailing address, principal address of company. This is what you put down. Now, like I said, I back everything up. We'll go back in here. We will pull the LLC to show that I'm not out here doing something I shouldn't be doing. This is why you've gotten yourself in this trouble, because you went out and you made a bunch of lies about my company. You can't back these things up in court. So this is where you've gotten yourself in trouble. And I'm pretty sure you've talked to a lawyer. I know you have, about my copyrights. And I'm pretty sure that lawyer looked this up. You even looked me up and you found my copyrights were real. So what does that say at the end of the day? All right then. So this is where you go to. You go to Search California Secretary of State. That's where you click on. You click here. Right here, it'll bring you to search at the bottom where you go check for someone's LLC in California. You go here. So we can remember this the last time. I have to look this up. Literally, we don't remember his whatchamacallit. We don't try to remember your stuff. Like, we really don't. We got other things to do. Let's get this thing up again. My goodness. All right, let's see what we left of that. Nope, don't go there. Let's see. So as you can see, we don't memorize your stuff because we got things to do. But I'll put this video out there, and this will go right to the blacklist. By the way, when we're done, this video is going to the blacklist. Let's see. Underneath outdoor black. Oh, gotta put down projector. Keep forgetting. Black screen could be anything over there. That's what I warned you, Mr. Fernando. Jealousy of the devil is not a good thing. You have traveled right down that road. Let me see. Let's see. Pro 11 76. 76, not 78. He was born in 1976. All right, 76. Bum, 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 bum. Really? 1976. LLC. All right, let me see. Here we go. There we go. All right, Pro Cinemax Mix LLC. Pro Cinemax Mix LLC. Cinemax Mix LLC. Okay, let's pop back over here. All right, so you got to type in Crow's Cinemax Mix LLC. Even though it doesn't have the LLC, that's what you have to type in. That's it. That's all you type in right there. Crow's Cinemax Mix LLC. You click on search. And at the bottom, you will see his information. See that at the bottom? That's his identification number right there. Click on that. And right here, you have all his information, his address and everything pops up here. Now, it's interesting because, again, he got nasty with the customer. I don't know who it was. The guy was on Facebook, whatever it was. He posted this address on Facebook. And we saw it, and I was like, whoa, that's his address? Because Crow gave us a lot of fake addresses. A lot of them. So anyway, so we look at this and we said, that's the real address right there, but it didn't have apartment E. It didn't have that there. That was missing. So it had apartment, but it didn't have E. It had what apartment it was. So I'm looking at this, and I'm thinking, okay, this is his address. We didn't even know. So what I did was we just posted, look, hey, this could be his address. And he went off. He went off. So I'm thinking, oh, it is his address. He just told us. He just told us. But again, we didn't have where apartment he was. Now, I remember Jaime removing the E off his apartment because there's a video that shows your apartment had a 6 on it. Then she moved to another one, but there's an E on it now. So anyway, as I said before, that when he went in and applied for the LLC, he made it public domain, and he put down, you have to put everything down there, he put down his apartment, which is E. And that's where the process server went to serve him. Put the document on his door. That's where he was at. He was speaking to his wife when he came to the door because he was speaking to me on camera. And he said, someone came to the door. And I said, who was that? Who came to the door? He said, it's a woman with glasses. I said, that's his wife. Jaime was in the apartment. Jaime was hiding. That's where you're at. Now, this number right here, this brings up white pages. It brings up everything. Anything on him, it'll dig it up. How we know about 317 Kern Street? Because he used that address to commit crimes. It's not his address. I think it's a family member's address that he was using. And that's where the lawyer sent the documents to. The documents sent the address to 317 Kern Street because Crow was using his family member's address to commit crimes. So, as I said before, this is public domain. Anybody can come in and get your address. And right here, so he says that statement due date, which means you're missing some very serious documents. So, what I have here on the site is not basically doxing your address, Mr. Fernando, because you went in and made your address public domain. That means anyone can go in and they can basically use this address. It says right here, please note that this address is not doxing, but public domain. It has the exact same copy and paste from here and basically linked that links anyone to go find your address. All right, let's come from here and let's go over here to the top. I think this is what we get the document. Is the document from here? No, that's not the other one. We have to go back. That's not the document. I think the document is down here. Should be one. Here we go. So here we go. I'm going to show you. First things first. Let's come out as first. It may reset. There we go. Reset. So at the bottom of this, you go down here to the bottom of the document. You can copy and paste these numbers right here. Hit that again. Copy and paste on this. Now what he tried to do is he tried to go in to copyrights and tried to pull up an LLC. I don't know how that's possible because you can't pull an LLC from a copyright. That's not going to work. But you did find out something interesting, didn't you, Fernando? You found my copyrights, didn't you? So if you found my copyrights, you know they're real. The lawyer knows they're real that you hired, right? So what does that mean? All right, then. I think he filled in all the blanks. I think it finally clicked. It finally went through. He finally understood that we've been trying to tell him this for years, you know, and he kept basically going in and touching the copyrights over and over again. He kept basically going in and, see right here it says white pages? He kept going in and he kept refreshing the statute of limitations on the copyrights because he kept touching them. So right here, when you put that number in, it has white pages next to it. And that white pages brings up quite a lot of information. That number, number he has there for his filing brings up a lot of information. It also brings up the file for the California of Secretary of State right there. It brings all that up. You know what that number also brings up? It brings up the YouTube video we did showing that you committed perjury on your LLC. All that's there. Now, I'm not going to bother going through the white pages because, again, that's his family. That's none of our business. We don't do that kind of stuff at all, period. But that's what that number will bring up. Let's go back over here. We have this document here. This is what the ones we use for court against them. We click on this. We come over here. We hit download document. We hit the download for the document. It's over here. And there's his document right there. Filing number right here. And Mr. Fernando, if you sit there and say at the end of the day that my address doesn't come up under my LLC as a place of business, mailing address of the LLC shows your address here. Principal address of the LLC comes up there, clearly showing that your address sits on your landlord's property, which again, he's going to need you to remove it. Can you do it? No, you can't, because you are in a lot of trouble with that document to begin with. So, I backed all that up, right? Okay, then. There we go. You know, because we have to do all this because Fernando's a Karen, and he does basically make up all these false lies about people at the end of the day and try to say people are this and that. So, you, Fernando, have a habit of blowing things way out of proportion, and that's what you do. I hope you're a United States citizen, I really do. I want to see your face when that judge hands you down that extensive long jail time. And you're going to go through this process quite a lot. Because there are so many people, including my family, that are going to be filing lawsuits against you and filing criminal charges against you. You're going to be in jail for a very long time. But, I don't know. Part of me is thinking that this is not going to happen because, again, looking at the language barrier, and again, like I said, when he was talking about the paint, how many courts and all that, and he didn't know. So again, may or may not. But at the end of the day, the only thing for us means that at the end of the day, we don't get those court cost fees back if we file. When you file a lawsuit, do you get your court cost fees back if you basically can't file? No. So you can understand this, Mr. Fernando, crystal clear, because you're not a person of knowledge. No. If you file a lawsuit to defend it and you're unable to pay the judgment, generally you do not get the court costs back. We can't get that money back, Mr. Fernando. Are you planning to pay me back that money? By any chance, are you planning to pay me back that money? You're not, right? So you're not going to pay me back any of the money that I have to put in to take you to court for basically touching copyrights. I was wondering. Not going to do that, are we? Interesting. All right, I don't get that money back. So, let me see. Let's look at this right here. Can you file criminal charges in a lawsuit against a person who doesn't have paperwork? Whoop, don't keep going too fast. Can you file lawsuits and criminal charges against a person who's not a United States citizen? Are you in my chair? Oh, that's U.S. That's different. Different one. If a person does not have paperwork to become... this way. Let me see. Paperwork. Can you file a lawsuit against a person who doesn't have paperwork? Can we let me finish, please? Can you file a lawsuit against someone who does not have paperwork to be in the U? Gee whiz, AI is so fast to come in and just... Can you file a lawsuit against someone who doesn't have paperwork to be in the United States? Because Mr. Fernando, if we find out we can, I'm going to file against you in civil court on Monday morning. I have money sitting in my account to file with federal court for you for touching my copyright to get you possible, or definitely not possible, you are getting jail time. But we need to know. Oh, that's a person in a state. That's a different state. I hate using this word. Can you file a lawsuit against someone who's in? I don't like using that word at all. Period. Illegal immigrant. I can't stand that word. Can you file a lawsuit against someone who's an illegal immigrant? Undocumented immigrant suit lawsuit. Hate using that word. That's immigration. That's something different. I'm going with what my lawyer says. Told me to wait and hold off until we get the information from there. But they got to find it either way. Because we have to put his address down and everything down from there. Should I still file a lawsuit if someone doesn't have papers to be in the United States? No, that's not it. We're not going with no evidence. Give me some microphone. Yeah, my nerves right now. Should I still file a lawsuit against someone who doesn't have papers to be in the United States? So let me show you, Mr. Fernando. This is the problem we're having, because we need to know this. So the courts cannot pass a judgment against you because it has no personal jurisdiction over you at all, period. Which means if you don't have proper documents here, it's going to make it difficult for us to sue you. And the reason why I try to make it difficult, because if they deport him, which again, nobody wants, but again, he wants to make it all about him. If they deport him, where are we going to be at in the lawsuit? We're going to find somebody, go over and pick him up and bring. That's not going to happen at all, period. Why do you think when people sometimes commit crimes, they go back home? Because again, the chances are the law going, it's not going to happen. There's certain places that you can actually get away with murder. You can literally go over it and they won't touch you. Because they have different laws over there. There you go. That's what makes it difficult, right there. There's a time when people could basically go to Canada. You committed a crime, go to Canada. Whole different law. Once you cross that state line, you're over there. They couldn't touch you. And if they could, it would take forever for them to do it. It would take forever. Depends on what their processing is going to be. So if someone commits a crime, they go back to their own country, there's going to be a hard time trying to prosecute them. So that's why everything's on hold until we figure out. But until then, Mr. Fernando, you've crushed and destroyed your business. You have. You have destroyed your company. Going out doing things you shouldn't have been doing, ripping off your customers, carrying on with this hatred toward us and our company and our business, and you destroyed yourself in the process. Between the mountains of lawsuits coming at you, man, just no end of it for you. And we're still hunting your landlord down, just so you know that. Your landlord, he's still trying to reach out to his landlord. He got some guy, some fake guy, to act like he was his landlord, and this person turned out to be a fake landlord, which we have on voice recording because he sent messages to that grasshopper. There you go. There's his page right there. See what it says? Disconnected. It's been disconnected for quite some time. Because, again, there's several reasons why he's hiding. There's us, and on top of that, there's the LLC. Because they're not going to let that go. They're going to keep pressing them on that. There's another government agency that may be looking over his paperwork. Well, my friends at the end of the day call him stupid. Why would you come over and make all this trouble for yourself to begin with? Stupid. Really, really stupid. I would have kept a low profile, a very low profile. I got friends of mine who don't have documents. They keep a very low profile. This guy went out and attacked government agencies. Dumb stuff at the end of the day. Government agencies. People who have the ability to look you up in so many different directions is not even funny. And that's what he ended up going to attack. Copyrights of all things. It touched almost copyrights. Mr. Fernando, I can see you deleted your YouTube channel. Well, you are afraid. You have completely tried to remove yourself altogether. But the problem you have here is that we documented you. You come up everywhere on YouTube. All your evidence is posted everywhere. I told you, I designed that search engine. That search engine is designed to push you everywhere. Yahoo, Bing, everywhere. That thing goes global, by the way. You're still there, as far as we're concerned. And as I can see, I typed in your name. And there's nothing pulling, not a thing, no videos, nothing whatsoever. Mr. Fernando, let me explain something to you. There is no place to hide. Do you understand that? I know you're scared to death, but there's no place to hide. You have to pay for what you have done. My family wants what belongs back to them. They want basically the peace of mind of seeing you in a courtroom, and that's what they're going to do. The building you doxed, the people own that, they're coming after you. There's no place to go. If you run, I have a bounty hunter that will track you down. I will pay and get a bounty hunter to find you. There's no place to go. Unless you leave the country, that's the only way. Other than that, we're going to come and get you. So if I find out that you disappeared and you're not there at that address anymore, I'm going to talk to a good friend of mine who's a bounty hunter to find you. And if you think we can't, that's not it. Yeah, you can do that. As a matter of fact, I talked to my brother. He got a bounty hunter to track down someone who rented a house from him who felt the need to trash his property before they left. So he got a bounty hunter. He found them. I asked him all the information, blah, blah, blah. And the Marine is a bounty hunter, but I'm not getting him involved in that because he'll take it personally. You're running. But you're right now, when a person goes through all this, paranoia sets in. This is where the paranoia kicks in. You're afraid to answer the door, afraid to go out to your car, afraid to go anywhere, afraid to go to work. Paranoia kicks in. Takes over. I'm going to get my justice, Mr. Fernando. I'm going to get you in a courtroom. If you don't have documents, then you go back home. You go at. Yes, where you go back home. At least at the end of the day, you're free. But I'm going to make it possible that you can never come back. I'm going to put pending charges on you, so that way you can't come back. In this situation, this is where you need to find God. Your decision's coming up very soon. The decision of which side you choose. So you better figure it out. His YouTube channel's missing. Only we're coming up. So right now he's trying to erase his path as much as possible. The problem was you've been on YouTube too long. You got too big of a carbon footprint there. I'm not the only one who has these videos on. There's other people that have videos on. There are people that were copying this channel also. Now, Jamie's a scary process for the other ones because Jamie's going to squeal. He will. If he's going through these great lengths to get rid of his channel, to get rid of videos and all that stuff, to delete stuff off his account, he's going to talk. Mr. Williams, we have been building a nice little package that's coming to your building pretty soon. Because we know where you're at. We know the building you're in too. We're going to send them a nice big document to them. You know what they're going to do with that document? It comes in certified. It has your name on it. They can't open that thing. They got to bring it to you. So we're going to have them do the work for us. Why bother to figure out what building you're in? We'll let them do it. Because they can't open those documents. You have to. So they're going to give it to you. There you go. More than one way to skin me tight, I have to say this, skin a cat. I told you, gentlemen, 2025 was going to be a very bad year. Did I not say that? I said in the garage. Did I not say that? I said 2025 is going to be a nightmare for some people. This is your outcome of your life. This is what you did to yourself. You destroyed your life. I bet you, if you could take it all back, I bet you wish that you never met me. I bet you do. I bet you wish you never came into my room, never had a conversation with you. I bet you. This man's trying to erase everything. Well, it's too late. There is nowhere for you to go. I know that for a fact. The economy in California is extremely bad right now. It's bad everywhere, but it's very bad in California. I had a massive fire down there. It's unbelievable down there. Right now, the problem that they're having is placing people. There's no place to place them. Half the freaking California was caught on fire. You know the biggest problem they're having down there? Land grabbers are popping up. These insurance companies pulled out and left these people high and dry. A lot of them left. Bad situation, very bad situation. Do you think he's going to be able to move out of that apartment? No, ain't no way in the world. Everything is skyrocketing. They're gouging everybody. You move out of that apartment, that landlord has somebody there in no time at all. That's another thing, too, we have to ask about. If you're undocumented, did he know you're undocumented? It's going to be a problem. It's going to bring problems to him. He's not going to like that. This is going to upset him. You're in a bad situation, man. You're in a very bad situation. Fernando, if you had signed that document we sent to you, this would have never have happened. And you didn't take it. You should have took the document we gave to you. For those who want to see the document, this is the document we talk about that we sent to Fernando. Now, let me show you something real quick, because we like to back everything up. Let's go to copyright records. Let's go back over here and let's get copyright records. No, let's go again now. You heard me the first time. Copyright records search. All right. Now, you did this yourself, right? So you know my copyrights are real. Let's go over here to copyright search, right here. Put that right up there in the search bar. Hit that right there. There we go. See right there? It's my records. That's where you want it, right? So this is the cube, just the cube by itself, right? Let's put in crystal edge technology screens, right? Now, you see that document right there, Mr. Fernando? That's a government document you touched. That's when you're messing around with. But you touch two of these things, so it makes it even worse. So you went through here and you did the research. You found out my documents are real. See right there? That's a registration number with United States government, which you tampered with. Yeah, there you go. See, hope you get through this right here. So, because you touched this document that we have, we can sue you. But you've done it multiple times, which puts you under what they call willfully, right? And we talked about this before, but Fernando needs to be explained things multiple times. So, this means that we take you to federal court or CCB. Now, we take you to CCB, Copyright Claims Board. That means at the end of the day, you pay a lot of money, but you don't go to jail. But if we take you to federal court, you go to jail for a very long time. A very long time. But before we go down that road, Mr. Fernando, we have to make sure that you can be prosecuted. As I said many times before, over and over again, so you can understand what we're talking about here. Now, if we find out you're not documented, then that means that proper authorities will be contacted to pick you up. Because again, you don't have documents, they're going to have you leave. Now, do I care about that? No, I couldn't care less. I wish there wasn't immigration. I wish people could stay over here. I don't see anything wrong with it. I don't like the building of the wall, any of that whatsoever. As I said before, I have Mexican friends I love very much, and I have Mexican, my sister's daughter's married a fellow good young man. He's Mexican, and I can't wait for him to join the family. So no, it's not about race at the end of the day. You broke the law, and because you broke the law, unfortunately, we have to go down that road to get this taken care of. So let's show you people before we leave out of here. You saw my copyrights are legit, registration, all that legit. And in order for me to have a process server come to that front door, the first thing you have to file, whether it be federal, whether it would be the CCB, they have to see your documents in order for you to even get them to give you the chance to be able to file anything. Because if that's not the case and they don't require those document numbers, that means what happens is that anyone can file anything on anybody. They can do the poor man copyright. The poor man copyright's when you mail a letter to yourself, which you can't do that. So, again, this won't work. So here we go. We got some crazy stuff from you. Defamation. You're being sued for multiple times of defamation. It's pretty bad. All right? That's all. Did our live. Posted that on YouTube. That's considered to be a death threat toward my life. So that's going to be another trial for you right here. There you go. You posted this right here. Right? Right? That's me right there. And you posted it on Did our live poster, right? And then you put over top, you're done. That's what you put, right? Okay. Just want to make sure you understand and everybody else can see the stuff you were doing. That got you in all this trouble. There you are. This is your site right here, posting pictures of me, right? So, Mr. Fernando, yeah, heck yeah, I hope you're a U.S. citizen. I'm going to sue the daylights out of you. When we get done dragging you out of the courtroom, you're going to be wearing a jail suit when you come in and out. Let's put it this way. That's what I want to see. I want to see you come out of a jail into that courtroom and be prosecuted again. That's what's going to happen to you. Because I want you to know this is never going to end. And every time you come in that courtroom, you're going to get more time on the time you're already doing. It's never going to end at all. So let's keep going. Let's see if we can find those copyright infringements. And also to the lawyer, we talked to Mr. Fernando. And I'm going to tell you something. Divorce is coming, so you know that. Because your wife gets word that you had the opportunity to get out of this situation, you didn't take it. Oh, there's right there. So it's going to federal court. Right there, Mr. Fernando. That's against the Black Series edition. Did you not write your name all over our copyrighted material right there? Yes, you did, right? And right at the bottom of the caption where it says, with Google, it clearly says, do it yourself, Crow's dedicated Cinemax Black. It's on YouTube right there, right? It's funny how it says that images may be subjected to copyright, and that's a copyright image you touched. Oh, that's not going to go well right there. We've got receipts from you showing that you committed trademark violations against the company that I guess the Universal Studio now has, Frankenstein. Yeah, all this, yep. Let's keep going. Let's find that Crystal Ridge site right there. Let me see what we got going on here. You wrote scammer across my company's name or copyrighted material there. I can't wait to talk to a judge over this. Let's see what we got here. Now again, Fernando, we expect for you to react this way, screaming and yelling and all that stuff, because that's what you do. You don't know how to be an adult. This is how you carry yourself. So let me see what we got here. Don't want to be too far over time here. We'll do 2 hours. It's usually lengthy when we have to deal with this guy at the end of the day from doing all the criminal activity he's been doing. More of our pictures, tons of pictures. Let me see right here. Oh, this is a fellow you burnt. Remember, he bought your product and you scammed him. Isn't that your product, your personal mix? Ain't nothing more than house paint. That's him painting your screen in, and that's the results he got from his product. Yep, washed right on out. House paint. That's all it is. Just nothing but everyday house paint. All documented for court. We need it. Just keep on going through. Now, we do all this, Fernando, because, again, you get online, you start crying and making things up. That's what you do. Now, I'm going to ask you a question. Why would you remove your channel? Why would you remove it? You got something to hide. Because that sounds like somebody has something to hide. Website missing, all of a sudden, channel goes missing. What you hiding? There we go. So this right here shows I'm messing with the cube. We have on our website, but this is our copyrighted material, as you can see. And this is what Fernando did. He went over, he touched our copyrights, posted it to his website. We have it right there. There's more. Basically, you copying it right from there. Yeah, that's the one, the copyright you tampered with, remember? That's our cube. Did we give you permission? No. So keep in mind, each one of these can carry up to a $250,000 fine against you. So you're going to jail. I need you flashing pornography on your website. Gee whiz Louise. Man. Rants, messages, all kinds of stuff. There is the, right here, writing scammer across our copyrights here. These are the ones that are going to federal court. Hope you got paperwork, because like I said, I want you in court. So right here we have, don't get scammed. This is my company's name right here. It's copyrighted, used without our permission. We have over here on the page, Crow 1176, right there. There you go. Used it again, posted on your website again, wrote scam across our copyrighted material. Did it again right there. Did it again on this one right here, our Crystal Ridge. This shows it clear on the website. Mind you, this is all the stuff we sent to the CCB. They have copies of all of this. And there's my registration number right there on my Black Series edition that you touched. Registration number. Fernando, you're hiding. Let me explain something to you. The fact that your YouTube channel is not there, and the fact you heard me mention and say this about you being documented, you're not documented. And I'm going to tell you why I know this. Because if you were, you would have posted it. I know you. I've known you for years. You would have definitely posted that information to prove me wrong. And the fact that we don't have, your channel's missing now? Yeah. So that means we're going to have to halt our lawsuit for federal. Definitely going to halt that. I got to talk to some people. Because again, anybody who has documents are going to post their documents or show something that they have documents. Green card, whatever it's going to be, something. They're going to post something at the end of the day. Something. They're not going to get rid of their YouTube channel. His YouTube channel is missing. Oh, by the way, remember I told you about the 17 North Kern Street using a family member's address without permission? Yeah, he used a family member's address without permission. He was attacking us with their address, and that's why the law group sent the address here, which happens to be one of his family members. This is a cease and desist order that was sent out to him to tell him to stay away from the copyrights, so the judge will see this. But I think we're going to hold off on that. I need to speak to an attorney on Monday morning because your YouTube channel is missing. So that tells us right from the door that you don't have what you have. Because again, anybody, my buddy's document at the end of the day. You go tell him at the end of the day, he don't, here you go. Here you go. He'll show you right from the door. He got it. It's right there. He'll show you his green card and everything. The whole 9 yards. Here you go. 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 He'll show it. Because they got it. You didn't post Jack. Your freaking, your YouTube channel's missing. Now, maybe I'm wrong on this. Let's go see for a minute. Okay, first, before we go to that, I'm going to skip too much here. Let's go back here, show you the document that was sent to Mr. Fernando, requesting him to back down because he was touching copyrights that did not belong to him. And this was sent to him by an attorney that we hired to take care of the problem that we were having with Fernando. That's the attorneys right there. And as we go up, it's being signed right there, and it was telling him to stay away from the copyrights. Now I'm going to document this to the blacklist so people can read this and just see that the copyrights that we have are documented, and we told Mr. Fernando multiple times to stay away from these documents because again, it's copyrighted material, and Mr. Fernando chose not to listen. Because Mr. Fernando chose not to listen, he is now going to be sued for this. So let me see what we have here. Directly with Kenneth Bird, limited proposal. Rejoin the matter as an online. It's the online, yeah, right there, because it's a cybercrime. In this letter, it's Kenneth Bird, advising, proceed. Mr. Bird will be advised of all his legal. Let's see here, right here. So, right here, the lawyer speaks to him and tells him, right here you can see, explains Crystal Edge Technology screens. Let him know he's in violation of basically unauthorized, right here, unauthorized use of copyrighted brand name, which was sent to him telling him to back it down. And he refused to listen. So again, this is not going to go well for you at all, period. All right, that's one document right there. Show it there. Let's move on from here. Let's see. Maybe we got that wrong. All right, get in there. Movie Crow. Did they make a remake of a movie called Crow? Nothing there. Changed the name. The name was changed to Crow-BH76. All right, let me see what we got going on here. No documents posted at all, period. You don't have them. You don't have the documents. Because this is all you have on your channel right now. Let me see if I'm wrong. You could have posted and see if you showed anything. Maybe I'm wrong here. Nope, this is 6 days ago. Let me see. I'm getting deported over the honest review. Okay, let me see. Bum, 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 bum. No, nothing but him come crying and complaining about our stuff. Let me see. Let's see. Like, we're actually technically you don't have our paint because that paint only went out the company's only. There's no customer that has that paint. So again, no. But anyway, same old nonsense. And you're still in the same apartment as I can see, so that's good to know. So we know exactly you're still in the same apartment. You're not going anywhere. I told you you can't go anywhere. There's no place for him to go. And the reason why, Mr. Fernando, we don't care if you're documented or not. What I care about is when I file against you that you can stand trial. So like I said, either way. No, you haven't been doing anything on your site. You're just complaining about us. And you claim to have our product right here, right? So you claim to have our product. I'm sending you a document letter I see in court. I told you not to play around with me at the end of the day. So we got right here from Mr. Fernando stating that he has one of our screen paints. You're claiming that you have one of our technologies, right? An ILEG, a quantum black star. You have one of these? I've got a letter coming to you Monday morning. It'll be there shortly. We'll see you in court. If you don't show up, Mr. Fernando, it's going to get pretty bad for you, so you know that. I will have another process server come to your door for a $2 million lawsuit. So, I have to let out to you rightly. And I can see right now you haven't gone anywhere at all, period. So you're still in the same place. So that's good to know. And you said you're getting deported over honest review? No, Fernando, you're getting deported if you don't have the paperwork because you touched the copyright. That's why. See, again, dumb stuff that you do. And again, post in my face without permission. Let me get a picture of this because we got to take all this support anyway. Let me see. There we go. So, document will be there Monday morning. It'll be certified to be sent to your front door. I'll see you in court. You have 3 days to sign that document. You can sign the copy in 3 days, I'll have a process server show up at your door and you will appear in court. Good luck. You're going to need it. But other than that, he's not doing anything else, as you can see. And as you can see, if you did have paperwork, Mr. Fernando, you would have shown it. You didn't show any paperwork at all. There's nothing there. Let's see. Anything here? No, just the inside of my office. That's basically about it. So, nothing. You don't have paperwork. All right, then. There we go from here. It's your fault. Remember, you put it on yourself because if you'd have had documents, you basically would have shown it. There's nothing there at all, period. Boy, this guy never learns anything at all, period. He would have showed it. We know him at the end of the day. He would have showed it. You don't have the paperwork. Well, Monday morning, I'll make a phone call. I'll get it taken care of. Which means that because we know that he doesn't have them, what we're going to have to do is, bottom line is, we're going to have to get clarification, knowing that he doesn't have these documents. So we're going to press through on one of the lawsuits, see what happens from there. But as I said before, we're going to have to call some people about this because, again, like I said, I'm going to file one of the lawsuits. We lose money in it. There's nothing we can do about it. We do need to file because he is going on, he's still carrying acting up, but we're going to have to dig a little deeper to figure out exactly, at the end of the day, if he has his paperwork or not. And no, Mr. Fernando, you're getting deported if you do not have documents. And again, you mix everything up. That's what you do. Wait, what's his new? We got the YouTube channels right here. The new ones on here. Okay. Change his YouTube channel to Crow 7. Got rid of that. You're getting deported if you don't have documents. That's all. That's what's going to happen. No honest review. You don't have an honest review. You don't even have a website. So he doesn't have a website. His business is out of order. He's not making any money. That's the end of it. And he's still in the same building. Where is that at real quick? I need the... LLC search. I'm not using the LLC anymore. We see that one right there. Do see that from the door. Need that number real quick. The top. So we call it from here. We need this number right here. Copy. Crow is not a very smart man, as I said before. He thinks he's being deported for honest review. Nobody. No honest review at all, buddy. You're being deported because basically you committed crimes. If they find out you don't have paperwork, we have to dig into that, then you're getting deported. That's what's going to happen. So you understand. So, Monday morning, we'll begin the process of basically going in and getting it all taken care of. They're going to dig through your paperwork now. Do you have documents? Good. We'll bring you to court and we'll sue you. And you are definitely going to jail for federal card charges for touching my copyrights. If you're not, then you're getting deported. That's how that's going to end up. So first, I'm going to send a document Monday morning. You'll have it probably roughly by Wednesday. We'll explain to you exactly about what you're going to have to sign and everything. If you ignore it at the end of the day, then people will come to your front door. So we have white pages. That's all. Simple and plain. All right, this is what I have right here. Now, you made a statement, you put something in my mouth that wasn't true, right? So the document you get will have everything that you just said in the video. My buddy's looking through it right now. He's going to make and bring everything back to us. I'm going to send you a nice little certified letter. You know what those are. We sent you one before, remember? So when that letter knows, I know you're in the apartment now. You're still there. Because I told you can't go anywhere. Again, rent in California is through the roof because of the fires that went on. And again, everybody's gouging. They're charging everybody all these ridiculous prices. If he leaves out of that apartment, someone else is going to grab it. And he doesn't have the money right now to be able to get anything else. He's there. He's not going anywhere. So good. We know exactly where you're at. We know you can't go anywhere. All right. Let me see. And nothing too. Why is that apartment not coming up? Here we go. You're 49 years old. Man, you're too old for this mess. Jaime Fernando Gonzalez, age 49 years old. Multiple random phone numbers. And somebody marked him. He's marked. He's right there. Other than their names. Sheesh, he used multiple addresses. Who is 317 Kern Street? Because that came up on a court document of ours. He used multiple phone numbers. 7 more phone numbers. So I'm going to go file Monday morning. I'm going to send you a certified letter, Mr. Fernando. Your business, like I said, everything is easy. He's done. But we're going to send him a certified letter. You got 3 days to sign that letter. I got your information right here. I just found you. You're 49 years old. This is the address I told you right here. We have Kern Street. I told you he's seen that address before. He's been using different addresses. So right here, we got 317 North Kern Street. That shows up on a law document that we sent to him on a cease and desist order right there. You got multiple phone numbers here. 7 more phone numbers behind that. Here's your phone number. These are multiple phone numbers you've been using. I'm going to get a trace on all these numbers. We got 7 more after that one. We're at the 317 Kern Street. This is 1714. We know exactly where that's at. All right, good. I'm going to need this for Monday morning. I'm going to need a print out of this to a lawyer and everything else with all these court charges. Let's see what happens, what digs up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to file a lawsuit against you. Got paper for this thing? I'm going to file a lawsuit against you. Small claims court. That's what I'm going to do. It cost me about $100 to do it. See what digs up. And we want to get you for defamation. That's the picture you posted of me, right? So that's a recent one. So we add that in with the other lawsuits on top of that. Now, a video showing that we're going to get you for cyber stalking, showing the inside of the building we're in. Let's see right here. And I'm going to get you. What we're going to do is we're going to file a small claims court against you just to dig you up, just to start it. We'll do that Monday morning. And we'll start it off on the first thing we just saw. Now, they're going to dig up all your information. I just got your information a few minutes ago, which I'm about to print out. Give all this to the courts. So let me see. Let's go over here. just need a little bit of recording on this. Video here. He learns nothing at all. I told you. Some people are less into self-destruct. No, we don't need recording on that. We need a picture on that one. Let's go here. Okay. Well, you make these lawsuits really easy. And I'll tell you why. You do so much dumb stuff that it's easy for us to get you. On that one, get a video on this one. All right, shooting this short video for the courts. We've been having a problem by a fellow by the name of Jaime Fernando Gonzalez, Crow 1176. His building is right there. This is his apartment. This is his LLC. So this is his address for his company. We've been having problems of him copyright infringements, terroristic threats, doxing addresses, cyber stalking, and so forth. So right here on his YouTube channel, there's a picture of me right there, of him basically posting my picture and altering it. We'll click on the video right here. And as you can see, this is the inside of my office. So this guy's been stalking us for quite some time. So I'm using all this to show you that we've been having quite some problems from him of basically stalking our company. And as I said before, with this cyber stalking. Hold on for a minute. Give me a minute. I want to hear this for a minute with his voice. Crow 1176. So this guy's been stalking us. So, Jaime, just to let you know, I'll see you in court. We'll take care of that Monday morning. So Monday morning, the document's going to, it's 2 documents. One's going to come to you, explaining to you that we need you to sign this to prove back up your claims you made against my company, what you made against my product, which we have over there. And then the second one's going to be a lawsuit coming out by a process server later on. We're going to be suing you again. Now, this time, I'm going to let them know that you could be possibly a legal immigrant and that you may not have documents. And we need to know this due to the fact that we know that we're not going to get the money back for the court costs. This is where things are going to get a little difficult for you. So, some people are going to pay a visit to you, and they're going to come in and check to see if you have documents, because they have to now. We have to file a lawsuit against you. We got this recently. Let me see. This happened 6 days ago. Okay, got it posted 6 days ago. 6 days ago you posted this. Used my face without my permission. So I'll be suing you for cyber stalking and defamation. And again, Mr. Fernando, we'll make it quite clear to the courts that we feel that you may be not documented. So from there, they're going to have to dig in to figure out if you are, if you're not, which means you're going to have to contact an agency over in California to begin that process. Because they always ask us if he's a U.S. citizen. We always say yes, because we had no idea. But this is what you started. So you can sit there and say at the end of the day that, oh, he's doing this because he's trying. Nobody. You posted my picture. Again. And you're stalking me in the inside of my office. So with that being said, well, we're going to have them look into. You're going to have government authorities, government agencies look into your paperwork. Because now we got more probable cause on you, including mine. You're already in the system already. Criminal charges already been filed against you. They're in the system. But the differences between those and Mr. Fernando is we never looked at it that way because, again, we just went in and filed. That's all we did. But now this is different. Now I'm finding out from an attorney that all the money that I just put in, I'm not getting it back. If you are what you are. So now when we go to the courts, when we go to file it for the police, and we have to go to the FBI, because again, it's cyber stalking, we'll make them know that you may not be documented. So good luck. Let me see what we have here. Okay. Let me see. So he has this down as Mexican, racist, and scammer. Good. I want to put that posted too. He's putting this down as right there. It has my name in there too. There we go. So, Mr. Fernando, now they're going to go through your stuff. Because now you go around telling people I'm a racist against Mexicans, and that is going to get you in a lot of trouble. So, you're getting deported, Mr. Fernando, due to the fact if you don't have proper documents, again, you went in and did a lot of stuff at the end of the day. If you do have documents, then we don't care. You know why? Because I'm going to sue you. It doesn't make a difference to me. I'm also going to reach out to your landlord. I told you, we're tracking your landlord down. For some reason, he doesn't want to be found, but we are going to find him, and we want you to be removed from the building. So let's go over here. We've got everything we need from here. That's the new channel right there. And also, we got that already, right? I got that already. I need to go here. So we pulled your documents through public records. We got all your information. That fast, that quick. That little number you have there basically gives us access to everything. So we got your age, everything. You're 49 years old. I had no idea you were that old. You're almost near 50 years old doing this nonsense. There's your information right there, buddy. So I'm going to hand this over to Allentown Police Department and FBI. We're going to be following cyber charges against you. Cyber stalking. We're going to be following the fact that you've been posting inside the building. You're making false accusations that I'm racist against Mexican people. All that's going to be filed against you. And we're going to let them know that you may not have documents. So they're going to have to search. So that happened about 6 days ago. What do we have here? Okay, Fernando Gonzalez, age 49 years old. We know it's you, and I'll tell you why. You see right there? See that address right there? See where it says Kern Street? That shows up on a legal document that we sent to you. Let me show you, Mr. Fernando. See right here? And why would we have this document? Because you posted, you sent something to my address, which was a package that had the address right there on it. You were using your family member's address without their permission to commit crimes. We'll post this. We'll print this out for the law office. Let me see if we got it right now for the courts. Remember I told you about you got to be very careful about the things you say from your mouth because they can become true. Remember you said something about my business going under, your business going under? Remember you said something about basically you being exposed and outed. You've been exposed and outed. And now you said something about deportation, which now you could run the risk of it now. Because again, anybody else would have had documents. They would have backed it and showed them documents. You didn't show any documents at all. Just like the same thing when I asked Mr. Williams about him being a church member, about him owning a church. What did I say to him? We asked for a document. We asked for several documents. Police clergy, minister clergy, ID, and a bachelor and master's degree, and the other one was a doctorate. He didn't show me anything. All he showed me at the end of the day was him basically ranting behind a Burlington coat factory of him talking some nonsense. That's it. That's all we got. So you can understand the reason why you run the risk of being deported, Mr. Fernando, is because you broke the law. That's what you did. And you're making, at the end of the day, other people that do have the right to be here, you're making it rough for them. Because that's the problem that they're having. People want to accuse the Mexican people of being all these bad things, and you're making them look bad. You make your own people look bad. Someone else needs to be here to take your place. And they do. Because you're making your own people look bad. Carrying on and acting up like that, you make your own people look bad. Oh, would I sit there and judge the entire, like I said, Mexican race? No, I would never do that, ever. He's a very nasty person. He attacks his own people. One of the fellows who was doing some of the videos for us, he's Mexican. And Jaime attacked him. Said all kinds of nasty things about him. You attack your own people. I got people vouch for that, but you attack your own people. So you make your own people look bad. Because that's the stuff that they say about them, that the reason why they don't want them here, because they said there are all these things, there are all these bad people at the end of the day, and people want to make up all kinds of false accusations about them. And the things that you do on a daily basis, you make your own race look bad. There's your document, or your information right there. Let's go over to your other document here, and let's pull that. You make your own race look bad. You do. Hopefully they can get someone over here that deserves your spot. You don't deserve to be here, and you don't. You broke crime. You committed crimes on U.S. soil, so you do not belong. You don't belong here. And you can sit there and go, no. You have committed crimes. And you can call that racist all you want. That's the reason why they started these crazy campaigns, because they made all these lies about the Mexican people and said there were all these things. And look what you're doing at the end of the day. Are you making them look any better? No, you're not. You'll be getting some information pretty soon. In the middle of this month, Mr. Fernando, I'll begin the process of lawsuits. This lawsuit we're going to open up, they're going to dig through your information now. Any other time we had to go and we had to follow these things, we never mentioned anything about maybe you're undocumented or not, because we didn't care. We didn't know at all, period. But because of all this stuff going on, and I'm being told by an attorney that if we put money into this whole federal case at the end of the day, which is very expensive, I'm not going to get anything back. So I may want to look into this. That's the reason why you could be deported if you don't have proper paperwork. But you want to go out and spread false rumors about me and say lies about me at the end of the day. Fine. I got all this information. I'll see you in court. But I'll make sure at the end of the day that they need to look through your paperwork to make sure you are legit. We got that document. What's the other one? And this one has all the addresses, phone numbers, everything attached to it. Okay, good. We got everything here. 49 years old. You're 49 years old and you're acting like this? Really, Fernando? You're 49 years old and you're carrying on and acting like this. Also, we'll be contacting, what's it called? A state of California. Let them know that we have criminal charges with the FBI. I have to go down and get all that taken care of and get all that started on you. So now this time around, we go file Mr. Fernando, we have to let them know that we have a suspicion that you might not be a United States citizen. We need them to check for you because we can't do the checking. That's against the law. Can't do that. They have to do it. They find out that you're not, and that means at the end of the day, I save about $1,000 because that's really what it's going to cost me going to a federal courtroom to get this done. It'll cost me a lot of money. You seem to have skipped the fact in your video that you made that you went and violated my copyrights and everything you did. That's why I made this lengthy video showing the crime that you committed and why you're in trouble and what's about to happen to you. And yeah, you posted my picture again. So again, that's defamation right there. There you go. And that's considered to be cybercrimes at the end of the day. So keep in mind, we don't even have to come to your jurisdiction for that. We can file that right away. Well, good luck, Mr. Fernando. You're going to need it. Now, like I said, good thing about it, you have paperwork. That's fantastic. That means we can throw you in jail when we get to federal court. That works for me. Or, if you don't have it, then someone else is going to show up at your door, and that's going to go pretty badly. And they're going to need ID on everybody, because that's how they work. So hopefully, we don't get to that point. Hopefully, you do have documents. All right, we're good. We got everything we need. Posted this video to the blacklist. That's what we're going to do. And let me see. I want to change something on it. I'm going to put your name on this video, so everybody knows it's about you. And we try to be nice about it, but I want everybody to know it's about you and what you have done. And we have evidence right here recorded and documented, just in case for court. We got everything. We're good to go. So, Monday morning, let's get this started. And one of the things I'm glad about, Mr. Fernando, you're still in the same spot. As I said before, you can't go anywhere. I got people I do business with in California. There's no place to go. It's a shame because of the fires. And I think people are setting those fires too. A lot of people are setting those fires out there. But anyway, the fires and everything, and the gouging and everything that's going on, and they're charging people all this money. You know what I mean? Landlords are just charging ridiculous money because they know they need the place to live. So that's horrible right there. But at the end of the day, you can't go anywhere. Any place else is going to be way more expensive than what he's probably paying at his apartment right now. And now, because of everything that's going on, everybody's requiring very serious background checks, like you wouldn't believe. So if he's somewhere that he can basically get under the radar, he's better off just staying there. Mr. Fernando, so you can understand how bad the situation has gotten, and I tell you from the door, where it doesn't make a difference whether you have papers or not, and how bad of a witch hunt this has become for the Mexican people, that they're going after people they have green cards. They would try to go after people who have birthrights. They actually tried to arrest this white guy and try to claim that he was Puerto Rican. And he wasn't. He was a white man, and they tried to arrest him. They literally tried to deport the American native Indian. That tells you at the end of the day, they don't care about jack at the end of the day. So that tells you how bad it is. And you got yourself involved with some government mess. And that's not going to go well. So you can act childish on your channel and act up and carry on. At the end of the day, Mr. Fernando, it's going to come down to two things. Either you're going to leave the country, or you're going to go to court and you're going to go to jail. You're going to spend the rest of your life there. Those are the two things. And that's why I went on here. I did a detailed video, as I always do, to back up everything we say. We can clearly show that all our documents, everything we spoke about is true. Products matching house paint, ripping off your customers, customers getting bad products, committing perjury on your LLC, delinquent LLC documents, and very important tax information missing. What was another incident? Oh yeah, the stalking, all my registrations for my copyrights are legit and real, and showing that you did tamper and touch them. There we go. Did you cover everything? I think we did. There we go. So, two options you have. Deportation. And what's going to happen is, if he doesn't have that paperwork, he's going to need it. He has to go. It's a shame to say that's how it's going to be, but that's how it's going to be. Would I rejoice and be happy about that? Not really, to tell you the truth. I told you, I'm against that 100%, even for him. But Jamie doesn't hear that. Jamie hears what he wants to hear at the end of the day. And if you do have paperwork, well, I'll see you in federal court. Because federal court's want me to get my jail time for you. Yeah, because I have money in my account already to get this thing done, until that lawyer popped up and told me this, that, and the other. And I was like, really? And he was like, yeah. I says, I'm thinking they can arrest him and hold him here, whatever, and maybe I have to do some of the jail time and then they'll send him. But no, no, they'll send him right back over, and I'll be out a lot of money. So, yeah. worst they're going to do is basically send them back. That's all they're going to do. But the problem is that the charges you have are considered to be pending, so you can't come back. If he comes back, they're going to arrest him. That's what's going to happen. I told you that. I told you that. What did I tell you when I first talked about that? I told you you're going to turn into something racism. I told you that. That's what he does. That's what Jaime does. All right, Fernando, get ready. Monday morning. Got some documents. You won't have them overnight, but I'm going to send some documents out to you. One of them you talked about you said you had this screen paint here you claimed you had? All right, then you said it came up too dark. So I'll see you in court over that. That's one of the ones. You don't show up at the end of the day, process server comes to your door with a $2 million lawsuit. So it's up to you what you want to do. Let me see. We have here, we claim to have that product. Let me see. So he claims to have white and gray projection ring, better than the black star. Right there, he says it right there. So let's get a shot at that. So we can have that on the document, claiming he has our product. And why are you in the dark for a product that basically can pull up in a fully lit environment with a halo system sitting around it? But like I said, you'll be the first one to get one of those documents. Let me see. Make sure we got one here. Hello, my name's Kenneth Bird. Okay, my company is ILEG Infusion Light Energy. We have a screen called the Quantum Black Star, which we have right here. So this is a fellow we've been having some problems with. Goes by the name of Crow1176 for his YouTube channel, but changed it now to Crow BH76. His full name is Jaime Fernando Gonzalez. This is his address, where he is at. Let me see, documents. This is for his address, which is public domain right here. This was his company that he removed off his website. He claims to have a Black Star product, which is one of our newer products, and he's claiming that our product is coming out some dark. And watch, remind you, we have lawsuits placed against this individual coming up very soon for him committing these defamation, slander against our company's products, claiming that he's got these products from us, he purchased them, or he's got them from customers. Keep in mind that the first paints that went out were gallons, and they were batch numbered because I actually own the product itself sitting on my screen right here that went out to those customers that was made out of the same container. All right, so we're going to be sending him over a contract. It's like a bit of agreement, and in that agreement, basically, he has to go to arbitration. He has to back up his claims that he made statements against our product. If he cannot make up these, actually back up his claim, he will be losing, or he'll basically have to pay us $500,000. We'll be sending the document by certified mail to his address, which we showed you posted right there. And if he does not sign the documents proving that he doesn't have proof on what he's claimed on his YouTube channel, we'll be sending out a process server to his front door to file a lawsuit for $2 million. All right, thank you. That's it. That easy. Now, Mr. Fernando, we'll let every agency know that basically that you may not be a United States citizen, so they can take the proper steps to do whatever they need to do and get whatever they have to do to get taken care of and whatever has to be done. Now, the mistake that you made at the end of the day, that the container that product went out, they went out to companies first. Customers don't have that screen yet. Only companies have it. And the companies who have that paint, actually, out of the 5-gallon container, I kept a gallon to myself. So it's sitting right there. And I've used that product in fully lit environments, halo systems, the whole 9 yards, white level tests, everything, showing that the product works perfectly fine. And that's what you're going to be up against in court. Now, like I said, you ignore that document coming to your door, I guarantee you that the people I hire to knock on your door will basically let everyone in that building know, and your landlord at the end of the day, why they are there. And I will give them strict instructions not to post to your door to serve anyone in that house over the age of 21, and also to reach out to your landlord. It's going to be loud, just so you know. So if your wife goes to work, they can serve her. She goes to church, they can serve her. You go anywhere, they can serve you too. That's what's going to be coming to you next week. Enjoy. I told you at the end of the day we weren't playing around about those documents. So Mr. Fernando's going to get the first one we send out. All right, buddy, I got to go. Get you ready. We got everything documented, claiming that you have this product. We have it on your YouTube channel. This is the title, what you said at the end of the day, that a white and gray screen was better than our product. That's what you claim, right? So you'll have to back that up in court. And if you can't, you're going to owe me $500,000. If you don't sign that document within the 3 days' time, I will have a process server come to your front door, and it'll be for $2 million. You figure it out. And I'll make sure when that process server gets there that he will serve anyone in your apartment, your wife, or you, with those documents, which means they can come to her job, they can go to her freaking, anywhere she goes, they can serve her and serve you also. Your life just got very complicated. And I'm going to make sure they reach out to your landlord, because we have to have a nice little talk with him. Keep in mind with the copyrights involved, again, as I told you before, your landlord can be sued for your criminal activity. So he has an option. He will pay us money, because he's going to have to, or we take him to court and we just take it all from him. But one thing we do want from him, we want you removed from the building as soon as possible. Within less than 24 hours, we want you off that property. That's what you just did to yourself today. I told you not to mess with that product, didn't I? You don't even have it. How would you have it? There's only 3 people that have that product right now. We only sent it to companies. So how would you have it? And the other half is sitting on my wall right there. Okay, well, you figure it out. $500,000, $2 million. If that process server pops up, he's advised not to post to serve anyone that comes out of that house. Which means, Mr. Fernando, these people will wait across the street for you to come out of that building. And your wife. That's how bad things are going to get. You don't want to get served at your job. She doesn't want to get served at her job. It can happen that way. You serve at a restaurant and get you anywhere they want. All right, then. I'll give you some more paranoia to deal with. Good luck, buddy. All right, people. Gotta go.